not capable of feeding the population that much. So do you have any other agenda that can help feed the global population that will increase by 2 billion till 2050? If GM can't, then what can?
See, first of all, I will have another which I mentioned in my debate, that is MAS. MAS is an
yield that position to and privilege to Miss Vasundhara. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, Miss Vasundhara Tharpasya concludes her rebuttal time. Please acknowledge her with a round of applause. And we next invite on stage Master Oscar Sapkota, GM code QI15. Judges, please note that Master Oscar speaks for the topic. Your time starts now.
God, my worthy opponents, have you done a PhD in hypocrisy or something? I mean, what are we talking about here? Genetically modified food. And this is not just a gaudy-looking topic brought up on the stage just for the sake of winning an argument. This, my worthy opponents, is a necessity of the present, a necessity that is indispensable for the present. And now the obvious question that arises is why? Well, here's the answer. Global food crisis has been predicted to bludgeon Earth by 2050 because of the increasing gap between the demand and supply of food. So, how are we to prevent that? Well, the answer is simple, of course, increase food productivity. But how are we to do that? The answer lies in genetically modified food. As per calculated by the FAO of UN, it is only capable of eradicating hunger from 2 billion people that will fill the planet by 2050. This is the only rational choice humanity has got. Therefore, this is a necessity, my worthy opponents. And the next thing that's so brilliant about genetically modified food is that they can be grown virtually everywhere. After 10 years, it won't be a matter of surprise to hear that we can grow paddy and maize in the Sahara Desert as well as the Himalayas, because genetically modified crops can be made to resist extreme climate barriers and environmental stresses and even require less nutrition to grow. Don't we see the beauty within it, my worthy opponents? On the other hand, the amount of fertile land is decreasing due to rapid urbanization. So where are we to grow actual original crops after all? For GMO, this is not a problem because they don't need that much of nutrients to grow. That means they don't need fertile lands to grow crops. We only need land to grow crops. So all the barriers we get because of decreasing productive land is also eradicated, and the result, more food and bye-bye global food crisis. So this is full of benefits. And now comes the best part. GMO and GMF give better food products. Turn for a few examples, shall we? The Swiss created a strain of the usual golden rice fortified with beta-carotene that gets converted into vitamin A in the body, which is capable of eradicating or decreasing night blindness in 150 million people. That's a big figure. Notice that, my worthy opponents. 150 million people who are suffering from vitamin A deficiency. Isn't that beneficial? The US created a strain of soya bean with omega-3 fatty acids, which is good for the heart, which drastically reduced the cases of myocardial infarction by 28%. That is also a great figure in comparison to all the other data. And also, many attempts have been going on to fortify plants with vaccines and medications so that human disease can be proactively treated. And now turn for a few questions. Why reject a technology with so many potential benefits? Why reject a technology that is actually capable of saving humanity from global food crisis? Why reject a technology that has been saving millions of people worldwide? I hope I'll get the answers of these questions, my worthy opponents, because I'll be keenly waiting for them. That's it.
The speaker took 3 minutes and 19 seconds.
Master Oscar, QN10 will put his question to you first. He's very keen and very eager to ask his question. QN10, your question to Master Oscar first. Time permitting, we may accommodate QN28. Time permitting.
Well, you stated that GMOs
I am sorry, you got me wrong. I recognized 10 first. 10 first. QN for national, N for national. I'm sorry if you heard it wrong. Yes.
My friend, you mentioned that GM crops are more productive, and you also stated some of the figures and data. But my question is, when we purchase a product, it is written that this percent of fats, this gram of carbohydrates, this percent vitamins. Don't you think, is it right that we should know how many genes are manipulated and how many genes are altered while purchasing a food product?
Yes, of course, my worthy opponent. The main point you're trying to make is that they should know whether these are safe or not, right? 1,700 tests in the WHO and the FDA department, and yet people turn out to say that they're not safe. Well, every zine slice is tasted. Well, because this technology is we know that one zine may be responsible for one or many proteins, so they accurately test whether that single gene produces other proteins and other stuff too. They accurately test these results. For God's sake, my worthy opponents, the WHO has recommended it to be safe. Who else do you want it to do it?
I'm not asking for safety, I'm asking for the labeling.
Gentlemen, we may not allow cross-questioning. And as it is, ladies and gentlemen, Master Oscar has completed his rebuttal time. Please acknowledge him with a round of applause. Thank you, Oscar. We invite next on stage Anjika Shukla, QL18. Judges, please note that Ms. Anjika Shukla speaks against the topic.